Hi all, thanks for watching. This is the 90th video in my Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough, and we're working on the Amorous adventures of bold Sir Hans Capon, so we're just going to get back into the game and continue on. Now, because last time I forgot to check the butchers here for all the types of meat that we were supposed to get to replace with the spoiled meat, I did find out what that was, and I went out and actually got the meat and then rested for a day so that it would be almost bad. But the other two pieces of meat that you have to replace are actually here in the butcher's house. I'll just show them to you.
Lamb. And I'll need lots of it if I'm to switch it all.
So you'll need 25 pieces of lamb or mutton, and you want to check inside this room here.
Hang on, this is venison from roe deer. No wonder it's under lock and key.
So that's the third one there, roe deer. So you will have to go out and do a bit of hunting, but as I said, I found out what they were and then went and got them, and rather than having you just watch me stand around and wait or hunt for the roe deer, to save time I went out and got those and then came back to the village here. Okay, now there is a few other things that we can do, and that's so that you can get an extra achievement for going above and beyond what the charlatan wants you to do. And one thing you want to do is go talk to the grocer. Where is the grocer here? Okay, right there. And this will give you the opportunity to put spoiled eggs in the bathhouse well, I believe it is.
I hope you're not after eggs.
Eggs? Why?
Because they've almost all gone off. Can you imagine the stink?
I don't think I want to.
Terrible it is.
Uh-huh.
Enough to make you retch.
I see.
A diabolical stink. Like you've got a dose of the...
All right, I get the picture.
Aren't you a bit oversensitive?
Okay. So this actually will add an extra thing that you can do. Think what to do with rotten eggs. So you'll actually want to go over to the bathhouse, from what I understand, and you can put them in the bathhouse well. So you'll just want to do these little extra things, and you'll get another achievement. I'm not sure what the achievement's called, though. I believe it's the Revenant, something to do with the Revenant. Now, if you have Matthew and Fritz still in your game, and they're in town here, you can go and ask them to help you. Okay, so throw the eggs down the well here.
I can't throw these eggs in there yet.
Oh, they're not rotten enough.
Hey!
See. No, not quite rotten enough yet.
Jesus.
If it's a bath you're after, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Oh? How's that?
We're closed. A terrible thing has happened.
Really? What?
The water in the tubs has turned to blood.
Water turned to blood? You're having me on, right?
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't seen it with my own 2 eyes. Turned to blood.
But that's impossible. How could that happen?
Well, there's been talk that there's a revenant on the loose. Jesus preserve us. The hens round here have been hexed. They're laying charcoal instead of eggs. People's rosaries are going missing. That's the work of dark forces.
Where did this revenant come from?
There was a charcoal burner who had a tragic fate, and he was buried hereabouts in unhallowed ground. They say he's risen from the grave to take revenge on the locals.
Yeah, I heard of him. What does he want to avenge? The death of his wife?
Hers. And his own, too.
His death? Why? I heard what happened before, but I don't know how he ended up.
I can't tell you that. Some of the older folk still remember, but they ain't keen to talk about it.
Why blood in the baths?
Well, the wife of that fellow who they say has returned from the grave, she bled to death in childbirth. And none of the bathmaids that was here at the time helped her. That's why.
Nothing then.
Sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay, so we'll come back here to the bathhouse once those eggs go bad and throw them down the well. And so as I said, you can talk to Matthew and Fritz if they're still in town here, and they'll help you scare people. But seeing as they're not here, I need to find the bailiff. And there's a group just outside of town that he'll ask you to get rid of. And instead you can ask them to help you out. So let's see. Can't find him.
Come closer, my friend.
And this is basically stuff that you do above and beyond what the charlatan has asked you to do. And as I said, you'll get an extra achievement by doing these. Now you can also kill some villagers in order to really scare them, but I'd rather not kill anyone. So let's see if we can't find the bailiff around here. He usually walks somewhere up around here. It's too bad that he doesn't have a set route. You'll know the bailiff because he wears a hat and dresses a little nicer. Oh, there he is there. Okay. So you want to talk to him.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
You look a bit worried, bailiff.
How can I not be? What with the whole village complaining about ghosts?
Ghosts?
An empty grave that they say a revenant crawled out of. They talk of nothing else.
You don't think there's any truth to it?
No, it's nothing but old wives' tales.
But how come the grave is empty?
You don't need any magic to dig up a grave. A spade will do.
But why would anyone do that? Surely no God-fearing Christian would dig up the grave of some poor soul who hasn't even got the piece of hallowed ground to rest in.
A God-fearing Christian? No.
So you suspect someone?
Could be. There's been a band of good-for-nothing itinerants hanging around recently. They weren't making any trouble, though, so I let them be. But this is going too far.
How do you know it was them?
Who else would it be?
What about the Revenant?
Oh, don't you start. That Revenant of yours is nothing but idle hands doing the devil's work. I'd send them packing myself if I had the time and the men.
Supposing I help you get rid of them.
You look like you know how to handle yourself.
But that doesn't mean I have to solve everything with brute force. I'd rather parley.
That's how I like things. Peaceful and orderly. I don't need any bloodshed around here. I've trouble enough with one long-dead corpse. Send them packing and there'll be peace again.
Don't worry, Master Bailiff. I'll be the very soul of discretion.
Then I'll gladly accept your help. Is there anything you need to know?
Who are these people?
Just some itinerants who'd rather roam the roads than do an honest day's work. They're not cutthroats, though, just petty thieves and beggars.
What are they doing here?
Damned if I know, or where they came from. Except for one fella who's from Ledetchko. But the rest are from God knows where.
Are they armed?
As much as any thief. Who isn't these days?
Where can I find them?
Last I heard, they were a bit away from the village, across the river by the old mine.
That's all I need to know. I'll get going.
Good luck. Good luck to you.
Okay. So they're over here by this mine here. Just put a marker there. And now if you look at No Rest for the Wicked, you'll see that you have another optional quest, deal with the itinerants. So we'll go out and meet with them. And you want to ask them to help you scare the people. So let's just head out there. Now, from what I understand, you only have to do 2 of the extra things outside of what you've been asked by the charlatan in order to get the achievement, but you have to do all of the charlatan's requests also. Now, I haven't actually done it, so this will actually show us if this works. So let's go find them. Okay, there's a camp over there.
Who are you?
Oh, private area. Like, they're just inside that private area. Is he coming over?
What do you want, boy?
The bailiff sent me after you.
Oh, yeah? I'm shitting myself.
Well, you better take a good look at me and think again.
Oh, all right. What does the bailiff want from us?
I'm supposed to get you to leave.
What's the problem all of a sudden?
Someone hereabouts dug up a grave, and the bailiff reckons you lot are mixed up in it.
Sure. Might as well blame us for everything. Why not? I suppose we burned down Scarlet's too.
Don't play the innocent lamb with me. You know what I think?
No, and I don't much care.
Well, maybe you ought to.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Okay, so you can help me with the haunting.
Because I can offer you a job.
Doing what? Don't expect us to break our backs for a few groschen.
Perish the thought.
Hey.
No, it's something more suited to your, talents. I need someone to frighten people a little.
Frighten who?
The Ledetchko villagers.
Them lot are already shitting themselves on account of that revenant.
Aye, but not quite enough to suit me.
And how do you want us to do it?
A bit of fire would be good, since the dead man was a charcoal burner. Some flames flickering in the night, that would scare them.
Aye, all the more so since the fella was accused of arson.
How do you know that?
One of us is from Ledetchko. He was only a youngster when it all happened. He remembers the fires all right.
I see. Well, that should scare them out of their wits then.
You bet it will. So what's in it for us?
I'll put in a good word for you with the bailiff, and he'll leave you be.
What would you tell him?
Well, I could tell him I saw someone else near the grave. Humans, maybe?
Well, That would help, I suppose. All right. Deal.
Just make sure no one sees you.
Don't worry. They always turn us a blind eye anyway.
Okay, excellent. Oh, I'm still in a private area.
Hey,
Okay. So let's go back and see if we can't find the bailiff. There he is right there.
Here I am, bailiff.
So, how did it go?
I talked to those itinerants, and I'm sure they're not mixed up in it.
How can you be so sure?
Well, those lazy beggars. Digging up a grave is too much like work for them.
You could be right. Well, that hasn't helped much, then. I still have an empty grave and no explanation for it. Farewell.
Okay. Alright, so we took care of that. Now let's see about the rotten eggs.
without the brothel.
Sir, this is a bathhouse, not a brothel.
Okay, good, they're rotten. Excellent.
What?
Let's see. Okay, let's go talk to the charlatan. So, okay, I need to replace that meat. Okay, let's see. Is my meat, is that rotten enough? Okay, not quite.
Rare merchandise from all over.
What about roe? Not quite either. Okay, so I need 50 roe. And 25 mutton. So we'll get rid of 24 of those. Now it just has to go bad. So it's pretty close.
It was the wife that flew into a rage. Called me a tight-ass old stinking silly goat. I'd never hear the end of it if I didn't lend him the coin.
I'd like to have seen that.
It's pretty close to dusk. So hopefully I can switch this. Excellent.
This meat is too fresh.
What? Shows it as
This meat doesn't look spoiled.
red. Oh. Maybe it has to be lower than 30. Okay. Problem is I've got that perk that makes food and stuff last longer. Okay. Roe deer meat is at 29. The mutton is showing that it's bad. Freshness 30%. Oh, and he locked the door. Darn it.
Work did itself.
Okay, it looked like they were leaving. Maybe I can sneak in here. Just wait a little bit longer, make sure that the meat's bad. Okay.
Only bandits creep around in the dark without a light. Where's your torch?
There you go. Okay.
It's roe deer venison for sure. Someone's been poaching.
Excellent. What was that? That's strange.
Hey, do you want someone to call the guards on you?
Oh, maybe that's the entrance. Running away. Okay, I think we've got it. Okay, so let's check. Provoke Fearless Felix. Let's see if Felix is over here. Hey, let's talk to the charlatan quick.
God save you.
So, how am I doing so far?
I already told you, Henry. Everyone is scared out of their wits.
I know. I was just wondering if anything had changed.
Well, everyone is talking about how all the butcher's meat went off after being touched by the hand of evil.
What, does this look like the hand of evil to you?
Some folk saw flames of hellfire flickering around the village at night. Great.
Good. The more frightened they are, the better. Maybe then you'll sell lots of remedies, and maybe you'll share some of the profits with your loyal apprentice.
Maybe.
Nothing mentioned about the well. Okay, well, let's see if we can find this Fearless Felix fellow. Where's he? Over here. Okay, let's see if we can catch him. He looks like he's on the road. Oh, maybe he's in a house. He looks like he's in here. Here he is.
I've heard there's a revenant haunting these parts.
Ah, you don't want to believe those old wives' tales.
Well, it's not true then.
Of course not. It's just a lot of fairy tales.
You're kind of sure of yourself, aren't you?
That I am. And what's it to you?
Nothing. It's just that, well, bold talk doesn't prove anything.
Are you saying I'm lying?
Well, can you prove your claims?
What?
Well, supposing you spent the night at that grave, like you say. That'd prove there's no Revenant, wouldn't it?
You reckon so? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Besides, since you're so fearless, it'd be nothing to you, right?
Aye, that's right.
How about something to buck up your courage? Ah, probably not. You don't need it.
I don't, but it can't hurt.
Okay, let's give him our spirits here.
Thanks, Em.
So when are you going to do it?
Just as soon as I can in the evening. Right. And now you can... Shh! Quiet, Henry. You'll give us away.
Sorry. What's that you're wearing?
What do you think it is?
I don't know, some new fashion?
It's my Revenant costume, of course.
My apologies, Master, for not recognising it immediately.
You obviously still have a lot to learn.
So, did they come?
Yes, all three. They're camping at the top of the hill.
Right. I'll have time to get haunting then. Where do I start?
I'll leave that up to you. The main thing is to scare off the two cronies first. I'll take care of fearless Felix.
So I'll scare one off with the lamp?
Yes, just make sure no one sees you shooting.
And the other one with fearsome noises?
That will probably take a few attempts. Ideally, a bit at a time.
Let him work up an appetite for more, so to speak.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Just don't give yourself away.
I won't, but if they do happen to see me coming...
Then you'd better vanish like a wisp of smoke, or make some excuse.
And what will you be doing?
I'll wait somewhere out of the way for a while, and then I'll crash in. So make sure the other two are gone by then.
All right.
He's got a deer head on. Okay. Okay. So enter the Fearless Fellows camp, then press the X. Okay. Alright, so where are they? Ah, there they are. Okay, so I guess I'll sneak around the camp. Get in behind them. Yeah, there's the lantern I have to knock out of the tree. Okay, let's try this howl.
Hey, what was that? A wolf? No, it's that noise. Can't be a wolf. What kind of animal makes a noise like that?
Oh, there's someone over there.
Christ, that noise again. What the? That noise? What kind of animal? Probably nothing. Like that?
I've got the chameleon perk, so they can't see me while I'm crouched here.
Not again. No, please, God, no. I can't stand this. No, no, please, no. They're everywhere.
One down.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So now we gotta shoot this lamp out of this tree. Oh, close.
Where did that fire come from? Jesus, no. Not fire. No. No.
Okay, two down.
No. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I'm waiting on the charlatan. Oh, that must be him. Yep, I can see the antlers.
That was something.
How did you like that, eh?
Wonderful! I haven't had so much fun since I dressed up as the Pope.
Did you see him run? Like all the demons of hell were on their heels.
One was quite enough, evidently.
So what now?
Now I just wait for my customers to turn up. Come and see me tomorrow before noon, and you'll get your well-earned reward.
Before noon. Okay. Let's see, nourishment's down to 60. Okay. So I best light a torch, seeing as I'm heading back into town. Alright, so we need to see the charlatan in the morning. I can't fast travel because what? Not overweight. Oh, maybe it's because I'm in this private area. There we go. Alright, so hopefully we'll get this achievement, the Revenant achievement, and we'll be able to pick up the musk. Okay, so I'll just go in here. And let's see. Oh, dang. I didn't mean to do that. Wanted to check him. Oh, that's gone bad. Wonder if you can still cook it while it's bad. Okay, do they have a cooking area in here? Go. Oh, you can. Oh, I'm trespassing. Okay, that's everything. So I'm just gonna rest here for the night. So I'm not really sure. You could probably go around and talk to some more shopkeepers and stuff like that. Find out if there's other extra things that you can do. But from what I looked at, it really only mentioned Matthew and Fritz going to the bailiff, putting the rotten eggs into the well, and possibly killing a villager, which I don't have access to Matthew and Fritz, and I don't want to kill anyone. But it said you only need to do 2 extra things along with the stuff that the charlatan had asked, and then you'll get this extra achievement. So we'll find out in just a minute here.
God be with you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Supposed to wait till afternoon. See the charlatan in the morning.
About that recipe.
Yes, you want to buy it?
Okay. So I guess I haven't waited long enough.
Later.
Okay, let's wait till noon. Because he did mention noon, so maybe if we wait till 12, he'll finish this quest. Okay.
Ah, my dear apprentice, how happy I am to see you.
So, it all worked out then?
Like a dream. I didn't sell half as much in Sasau.
That's good news. Now, about that thing you promised me.
Your well-deserved reward, certainly. Here you have it. Henry, what have you done?
What do you mean? I did what you asked.
Didn't you overdo it a bit?
I don't know, why?
Because I was left with nothing. They descended on me like a plague of locusts and made off with everything I had.
But that's a good thing, isn't it?
I'm not saying it's not. Just whether you didn't get a little carried away.
Well, if I did, it was only out of loyalty to my esteemed master. What will you do now?
Ah, I did it.
I could go
Ledetchko
now.
Revenant.
I've coin enough, but I'll wait a while before moving on.
Why? I thought you didn't want to stay too close to Sasau for long.
But what if you needed my help?
Indeed. How could I forget all you've done for me? Well, at least I'll know where to find you.
Excellent. So by doing those 2 extra things, I got the Ledetchko Revenant. Now, of course, you have to do the whole list of things that the charlatan wants you to do, and then those extra things. So that worked out really well. Excellent. Okay, so we now have the musk, and we're back to honeyed words. So bring the potion to Sir Hans. So I guess we'll head back to Rete. Just grab my horse here. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, we'll skip that. Okay, so he's just in the back of the castle there. He must be in the room where they eat. So let's head up to the 3rd level here.
God save... Well, Henry, it cost me a lot of effort, but it seems I've finally succeeded in making a half-decent warrior out of you. Anything I can do for you?
I got you that potion from the charlatan.
What charlatan? He's a man of learning who even cured the Pope of impotence. But thanks, Henry. I really appreciate your help. Once I drink this potion, every woman will faint at my feet. But I'm only interested in one. The fairest creature on God's green earth.
Yeah, the butcher's daughter, I know. And then what?
A rendezvous. She and I, under the cloak of night. And you shall be my herald of exalted words. You will hide and prompt me from a book of poetry.
I'll do what?
Here's a book of poems. I'll need a little time to get ready. Meanwhile, you can learn some poems off by heart. You'll prompt me.
Learn poetry? Me? That sounds... well, not exactly...
Stop wasting time and get to it. Come back to me in a couple of hours. I have to get dressed up and groomed, and it'll take a while before the potion takes effect. Goodbye.
Okay. Anthology of love poems. All right. Let's have a look. Gentle Knight. To Love and Be Forlorn. Ode to Woman. Okay. Gentle Knight. Why linger on? I yearn thus for my love so long. Without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest? And now my heart in sorrow dwells, for melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced apart from the mistress of my heart. Ah, Lord, let me not wait in vain, I yearn to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer, I shall not cling to another dear. Okay, to love and be forlorn. To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To close with naught to say, like winter frost in May. To have lips and yet kiss not is like leaving grain to rot. To love without consummating is like unsown fields in the spring. I shall love you then, my dear, as long as you lie with me here. If you'll not give your all to me, no longer shall I bide with thee. Ode to Woman. Woman is the root of sin, and yet of virtuous deeds a gain. In Eden it was woman's deed to pluck the apple from the tree. If you'd no wealth to offer, you say, she will scorn you and turn away. But once you promise her treasure, she says she will love you forever. To murderous wrath she gives birth, leaving no peace on this earth. Wounds inflicted by swords cut less deep than woman's barbed words. Huh. So that sounds like someone who's been scorned by a woman. First one sounds like someone pining for a woman. And the second one kind of sounds like someone who's yearning for a woman. Okay. Alright, so we just have to wait for a few hours. So let's just, I guess, stand in the corner here and wait for a few hours. He said a couple hours. Actually, I should go over to the bathhouse and probably get cleaned up. Let's go take care of that. honeyed words. Wait until Sir Hans is ready. Okay, so let's go grab a quick bath and get our clothes repaired.
God save. How may I help you, good knight? Good luck, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get cleaned up here. And I'll actually get them to heal me. Oh, Sir Hans must have had the same idea.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I'm interested in your services.
So what are you interested in?
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds. Then a hot bath and laundering my clothes.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. God bless.
Okay. So not time yet. There's his horse. Okay, so he got a bath too. Oh. Okay. So 8 o'clock. Guess we'll wait till just after nightfall here. Last time I had a quest and I had to wait for him. It took quite a long time. Alright, so he's ready. So let's light a torch before somebody says something to us. Yep, Capon. Okay.
Are you ready, Sir Hans?
Henry, something's gone wrong.
Open up. I'm not going to talk to the door.
That potion tasted rather odd, and now I have a feeling my face is broken out. How do I look?
Oh, he's all covered in acne.
No offence, sir, but you gave me quite a fright. It looks as though you've slept with your head inside a wasp's nest.
God's holy breeches, I knew it! And it's nearly time for my rendezvous with Carolina. What am I going to do?
You just sit tight, and I'll go and find you some antidote.
All right. But hurry, Henry. I can't wait any longer.
The best cure for this kind of thing is marigold decoction. I can get you that right away.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I carry that. Let's see. Give the marigold. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I carry that. That's what I use to heal myself. Yeah. Excellent.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I've got a remedy for you.
About time. Give it here. As soon as I'm healed, we'll go. See you later. It's gone! I'm as gorgeous as before. Let's go!
Okay. Alright, so we're off to see the butcher. Or the butcher's daughter, anyways.
Tell me, Henry, how many girls have you had in your life? If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight. There's another very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
It seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding the womenfolk.
There's another very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
It seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding the womenfolk.
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized me. I was, incognito.
Goes after just about every pretty girl in the town.
We're almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise you might scare her off.
Hide, Henry. Time to get started.
How do you know it's her who will come out and not someone else?
She got the letter and necklace, didn't she? She knows that that is, her secret admirer is coming.
And what am I supposed to do?
What do you think, dolt? Prompt me from that book of poetry.
Okay, so we'll hide.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair maid.
Uh-huh. And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it?
Romantic.
Stop.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus for my love so long. Without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest?
Gentle night, why linger on? I earned this from my love so long. Whip out your worthy silky breasts. Who shall suck my salty bits?
And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart.
I know my horses sort of well. Some alcohol from 9 to 12. Seems I always have whores apart from the mistress of my heart.
What are you saying?
What's that hissing?
It's a feral goose here in the bushes.
Ah, Lord, let me not wait in vain. I long to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer. I shall not cling to another dear.
Landlord, let me not wait in vain. I long to sing and laugh again. O gentle sir, get off your chair. I shall not bring you another beer.
Jesus, Henry, what kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling?
Me? You're the one who's babbling.
You're an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
Blame it on the French.
It's the latest fashion in France.
You've done enough harm. Better shut up and leave it to me. How did you like it, dearest?
Ah, how tender you are. Father is coming! Hide!
Who was that talking? If it's some dandy again, I'll gut him with my filleting knife.
I didn't hear anyone.
Did you hear what he said?
But I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming! He'll kill you!
He will not. Because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry, it's time for me to claim my prize. Whatever happens, cover my back.
There you are, you seducer! Now you'll see how a butcher protects his daughter's honor.
Buy me time.
You got some explaining to do, you bastard!
What are you after, you bastard, sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
I went to mourn over the grave of my great-grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Then what are you doing right beneath my window, eh?
No, the question is, why are you trampling on great-granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horse shit. One more word, and I'll have you.
You really came!
How could I not, my dearest?
Not so fast, Prince Charming. But, since you're here...
Hey, what was that?
What was what?
That noise. I'm sure I heard a strange noise.
We're here in the cemetery. Maybe restless spirits, what do you reckon?
I'd swear it came from the window of my own house.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out, and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Why, you fucking...
Mon petit lapin.
There's a lace here. Untie it.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly. What was that?
Are you all right? It seems to me you're hearing things other folk can't hear. That's not good.
You're saying I'm hearing voices in my head?
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. St. Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she founded a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here and I didn't hear a thing. Do you take me for a madman?
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
Good neighbour, it can't be denied that old age dulls a man's ears. I'm here alone, praying for the souls of the good people resting in the cemetery. I've nothing to do with your daughter.
That voice sounded different to yours, though. But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Jasem skutni hori kodelnikov syn.
What the fuck are you playing at? My patience is wearing thin.
Jasem skutni hori kodelnikov syn.
Jesus, stop your damn screeching.
Nakopeczku stala plakala. Jezu Maria, volala. Jezu Maria, Jezu jemine. Budale to chlapec nebone. Budale to chlapec nebone.
Christ almighty. Let's go, fellas. This one ain't right in the head. The guards will have him for screeching after curfew. Let's not get mixed up in it. But if I ever see you here again, I'll beat some sense into your idiot skull.
Oh, wingman. I got another achievement. Excellent. Go and see Lord Capon in the morning. Okay. So what time is it now? So I gotta wait till morning. Okay. So let's wait till morning. And went to see Lord Capon. Alright, so he's over in his room. Alright. So let's take care of this quest and finish up. There he's there.
God bless you. What troubles you?
How did it go with Carolina, Sans?
Henry, it was the most wonderful night of my life. She was completely entranced by my courting. I hardly had to touch her, and she melted in my arms. And then she took me to paradise. It was glorious. It was sublime. Thanks, in part, to you, my faithful henchman and messenger of love. You've earned your reward.
It was an honour, Sir Hans. When are you going to see her again?
Oh, I'm not going to see her again. All beautiful things must come to an end, and, after all, I am a nobleman, and she is the butcher's daughter.
Well, that's how it ends, with the love of your life. After the secret gifts, the letters, the intrigues, reciting poetry in the moonlight.
My eloquence was wasted on her, Henry. Imagine, the silly cow couldn't even read. She returned the letter to me unopened. Here's the letter, Henry. Read it. At least you're capable of appreciating my literary talent. Read and learn from a poet. See you later.
Okay. On's love letter. My sweetest, I am your most devoted secret admirer. Secret, for until I know you long for me as I do for you, I shall not make myself known to you. But once we know each other, then, my beloved poppet, I shall caress your teats, and then I shall seek out the treasure you have carried with you since birth, for there is no lovelier creature than you. I only have to think of you, and I raise a battle tent, the likes of which even in Sigismund would envy. You must be mine and none others. I shall take you to paradise and back. You shall meet all the angels in heaven and call out to God more loudly than ever before. If you want to feel like no woman has ever felt before, put on this necklace tomorrow, and I shall know that I should come to you in the night and slip inside your secret garden, your most secret admirer. Ah. Okay, so where'd he go?
And well, I'm sure we can come to some agreement, your lordship.
Well, bearing in mind, Master Butcher, that we have nothing to come to agreement about yet.
Well, yes, sir. No, sir. Well, I thought I ought to let you know what happened. My daughter's good name could be dragged through the mud. And his young lordship's too, of course.
Well, only if she should find herself with a permanent reminder.
Well, that could happen yet, sir, couldn't it? If her belly starts to grow. You know how word gets around, and, well, folk would assume that Sir Hans is the father, even if some other young fellow was to come along in the meanwhile, and, well, and we already know the girl can't be watched.
Are you trying to blackmail me? Have you forgotten that I am the lord of this town, and that you are nothing but a stinking butcher?
Oh, God forbid, sir. I'm just thinking of his young lordship's reputation, and my girl's. But, of course, if his young lordship was to recognize the bastard as his own, and pay for his upbringing...
You can thank your lucky stars you're the only butcher around here. Otherwise, I'd have you out on your ear this very day.
But, sir, I'm only to...
Here, take this, you damn scoundrel, and never show your face here again.
Oh, thank you, your lordship. I'm sure this will be enough. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Blasted fool Capon. I'll wring his neck.
Jeez.
I'll have his balls on a platter!
Jeez. Okay, what's going on? Okay, I'm gonna have to end the video here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you again.